The life of a tuna, master of speed in the endless sea. In the vast blue wilderness of the open ocean, where there are no trees, no shelter, and no mercy, one fish rules through speed, endurance, and relentless motion. This fish is the tuna, a living missile of the sea, built not to rest, but to move. From the moment it is born until the final moment of its life, the tuna swims, hunts, escapes, and survives in a world where stopping often means death. This is the story of the tuna's entire life, from a drifting egg in the open ocean to a powerful predator racing through the depths, and finally to its inevitable end. Birth. Life begins as a drifting egg. The life of a tuna begins far from shore, in warm tropical and subtropical seas. Adult tuna do not build nests or protect their young. Instead, they rely on numbers, millions of eggs released into the water at once. During spawning season, female tuna release millions of tiny eggs into the open sea, while males release sperm nearby. Fertilization happens externally. The eggs are microscopic, transparent, and light enough to float freely with ocean currents. At this stage, the future tuna has no control over its destiny. The egg drifts with the currents, vulnerable to predators, temperature changes, and pollution. Less than 1% of these eggs will survive long enough to hatch. After 1 to 3 days, depending on water temperature, a tiny larva emerges. The newly hatched tuna larva is incredibly small, only a few millimeters long. It has a large head, underdeveloped fins, and limited swimming ability. At this stage, it is more plankton than predator. The larva feeds on microscopic organisms, such as zooplankton. Its survival depends on staying unnoticed. Almost everything in the ocean sees it as food: small fish, jellyfish, even other tuna larvae. Day and night, danger surrounds it. Most larvae are eaten within days, but the few that survive begin to grow rapidly. Their bodies lengthen, fins develop, and their muscles strengthen. Speed, the tuna's greatest weapon, starts forming early. Juvenile stage, learning to swim and survive. As the tuna grows into a juvenile, its body begins to resemble the sleek, torpedo-shaped form it is famous for. The fins become stiff and well-defined, and the tail grows strong and crescent-shaped, perfect for fast swimming. Unlike many fish, tuna must swim constantly. Their bodies are designed for motion. If a tuna stops swimming, water will not flow properly over its gills, and it may suffocate. Swimming is not just movement, it is life itself. Juvenile tuna begin hunting small prey such as tiny fish, crustaceans, squid larvae. They learn to hunt in groups, forming schools that move as one. Schooling provides protection from predators and increases hunting success. Speed becomes their survival tool. When danger approaches, the school explodes into motion, flashing silver as hundreds of bodies turn simultaneously. The body of a perfect swimmer. By the time tuna reach adolescence, their bodies are engineering masterpieces. Streamlined shape reduces water resistance. Powerful red muscles allow long-distance swimming. Stiff, narrow tail provides explosive speed. Retractable fins reduce drag during fast movement. Tuna can swim at speeds of 70 kilometers per hour, 43 miles per hour, in short bursts, making them among the fastest fish in the ocean. Even more impressive is their endurance. Tuna can swim thousands of kilometers without stopping. Some species migrate across entire oceans. Unlike most fish, tuna are partially warm-blooded, allowing their muscles and brains to stay warmer than surrounding water. This gives them faster reaction times and greater stamina. Adult life, the open ocean hunter. As adults, tuna become top predators. They roam the open ocean, far from coral reefs and coastlines. Their world is blue, endless, and constantly moving. Adult tuna feed on sardines, anchovies, mackerel, squid, smaller fish. They hunt using speed and teamwork. A school of tuna may surround a group of prey, tightening the circle until escape becomes impossible. Then, in a flash of motion, they strike. Unlike ambush predators, tuna chase their prey. Their hearts beat faster than most fish, pumping oxygen-rich blood to fuel nonstop motion. A tuna's life is a balance between eating and avoiding being eaten. Enemies of the tuna. Even with speed and power, tuna are not invincible. Natural predators include sharks, marlin, swordfish, large dolphins, orcas, killer whales. Young tuna face the greatest danger. Adults rely on speed and awareness to escape. A moment of weakness, a slow reaction, and injury can mean death. But the most dangerous predator tuna face is humans. Migration. Endless journeys across the sea. One of the most remarkable aspects of a tuna's life is migration. Driven by temperature, food availability, and reproduction, tuna travel vast distances. Some species migrate from tropical breeding grounds to cooler feeding areas, and back again. These journeys can span entire oceans. During migration, tuna face exhaustion, predators, and fishing fleets. Yet they continue, guided by instinct and environmental cues such as magnetic fields and water temperature. The ocean has no roads, only currents and memory. Reproduction. Continuing the cycle. When tuna reach maturity, usually between 3 to 8 years, they return to warm waters to spawn. There is no bonding, no parental care. The female releases millions of eggs, knowing most will die. The male fertilizes them, and the cycle begins again. This strategy, producing enormous numbers of offspring, has allowed tuna to survive for millions of years despite extreme losses. After spawning, adult tuna return to feeding grounds, continuing their endless motion. The human threat: nets, hooks, and cans. In the modern ocean, tuna face a threat greater than any shark. Industrial fishing fleets track tuna using satellites, sonar, and even tagging systems. Massive nets capture entire schools at once. Long lines stretch for kilometers, carrying thousands of baited hooks. Many tuna die not from age or predators, but from overfishing. Bycatch. Their powerful bodies, once symbols of freedom and endurance, are reduced to canned food on supermarket shelves. Species like bluefin tuna are now critically endangered due to intense demand. Old age, slowing in a world that never stops. A tuna that survives predators and fishing pressure may live for 15 to 40 years, depending on species. As it ages, its speed slightly decreases. Scars cover its body, marks of past battles, escapes, and survival. Hunting becomes harder. Recovery takes longer. In a world that demands constant motion, aging is dangerous. Eventually, the tuna may fail to escape a predator, collapse from exhaustion, or be caught by humans. There is no peaceful retirement in the ocean. Death. The end of motion. Death comes suddenly for a tuna. It may be torn apart by a predator, dragged from the sea by hooks, or simply unable to keep swimming. When motion stops, life ends. Yet death is not the end of purpose. The tuna's body becomes food for others: sharks, scavengers, microorganisms. Nutrients return to the ocean, feeding new life. The sea wastes nothing. For millions of years, tuna have ruled the open ocean through speed, endurance, and relentless movement. They are symbols of power, migration, and survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. From a drifting egg to a racing predator, from endless swimming to sudden death, the tuna's life is a reminder that in the ocean, movement is survival.